Hey guys, this video that you're about to see came after we had a screw up in filming when we accidentally deleted one of our videos. I refer to it as being part 11, which is an error. It's actually part 12 and should have been part 13. The other thing in there is I couldn't find anybody to film for me, so I had to get my partner to do it, and she had a bit of trouble with the camera, and I was going to edit it out, but I'm going to leave it in there because it's a bit of a giggle. So enjoy. Hey everybody, this is part 11 of the Litewight rebuild. It should have been part 12, but we had an issue unfortunately with the last video we recorded through a breakdown communication got deleted, which is a pain because there was a lot of really good stuff that I did on it. So there's not much we can do, it's permanent. I can't get it back, so we're just going to have to sort of go to the next one, unfortunately, and I'll show you what we've done last weekend. Okay. You'll see the side panel's gone. I took that off last weekend when I made the other video. Look, it's really annoying because there's a lot of really good stuff I did, but I'll show you what I did anyway. So we started putting these new panels on. This is the right rear. Down under here, you'll remember there was a bit of rust down there. I put a new piece in there and put zinc primer and everything on it, so it's good to go now. And around the back, which was a real ordeal, we fitted the new rear panel. Run all the tail light wiring through it. These joins were particularly difficult, and it hasn't come out as well as what I had hoped. Basically because this line here doesn't meet with that line there, but this line and that line sort of do meet. So, and down here is pretty good as well. So it's more of a folding issue. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about it, but when I'm finished it all, I will run a bead of silicone down through here prior to paint, and that'll tidy it right up. Just around the other side, which we also recorded, getting this panel on here. Which is sort of 90% permanent at the moment. Basically that one just slid in, it was quite good. And when we cut these panels off the old ones, we had to make some cuts here and then tap them down so the mouldings can come down over the top, which I just sort of copied that off the last one. This other piece around the other side, basically this rear panel, I just patterned it off the old one. And these panels here, you have to sort of tap the edges around to create something for it to rivet through here. And that's not as good as what I'd like, but because I don't have a sheet metal bender, I can't make those really nice crisp bends that I'd like to, which would make it a little bit sharper and a bit better. And inside, this here was the panel I had to copy off, so as you can see there's not much left of it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to have to pop that window out there. You can see I'll pop the others out. They're pretty simple to take out on these, so I'm going to pop that one out. Mouldings have to come off, grab handles have to come off, front mouldings down there and on the other side. I'll pop this window out and the frame. And what I really want to do is just, like these rivets and that, just free them all up so that I can slide that panel out from underneath. And then we're just going to have to see what sort of damage we've got there. It's not as bad as what the back was. I'll just show you the back, because another thing that annoyed me, I got that really nice and square. You would have remembered a few videos ago I was trying to get it out. Well, you can see there, that's nice and square now. No sign of the previous damage at all. Okay, so look, I'm going to start removing mouldings and that, which is boring as batshit, so I won't record that and I'll come back to you soon. This was one other thing I meant to show you. If you remember, this panel was quite badly bowed out because the panel below it was quite badly bowed as well, but we were really lucky that as soon as we took this damaged panel off down here, this one just freed up and went back into its shape again. So I thought I was going to have to replace that, but I've been lucky. Right, okay, we're going to take this window out. Alright, we're about to pop this window out, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you how to remove these things if you don't know. They've got a screw up here and a screw here with a little plug in them. And basically all you have to do is just where these what do you call them, stays attached to the window, you just undo those, and then this whole thing just slides out nice and easy. So I'm going to grab a screwdriver and undo these now. And some are flat blade and some are Phillips. But they're really, really easy to do. I'll just quickly find a Phillips screwdriver. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be temperamental now. That one's going to undo. I might just have to give this a wee tap. Okay, we'll stop recording. This is going to be a pain. Alright, I managed to use an impact driver just to get this thing undone. Okay, get these two over here. Phillips. Okay, so pull these back out of the way. And you'll see just up here, there's a plug in there. Come a bit closer and have a look. They all have these little plugs in them. Now if you try and dig that out with a screwdriver, chances are you're going to break it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give this a wee tap and see if the window will pop it out like that. Hopefully without breaking the window, of course. Then you keep them intact, you can use them again.
Oh shit. Hang on, maybe not good.
Okay, I'm just going to pull this window out. It'll should slide straight out. And just in here, there's a series of bolts, usually horrible flat blades, which hold this frame in. So I'm just going to pop these out as well. Hopefully they're not seized. That one's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. That's our LED lights in the shed, which are on a timer and keep turning themselves off all the time. I just swap around and turn them on. Okay, so these things now should, in theory, just pop out. This one obviously hasn't been out for a while, this side coming out. You just pop out like that. Simple as that. And then we'll just rest it in here. In fact, before I go any further, I'll mark it so I can remember where it goes later. Okay, I've just been taking these mouldings off, which I've just done on the front. There, the top and bottom ones, which were pain in the bum because they had about 4,000 screws in them. One thing I've noticed here is this has got body filler in it. And down here, something's happened to it before because I've had to hammer the body filler out of the way to try and get to the rivets. And you can see, I think we've got filler all through there as well because it's cracked. So what I'm going to do is this panel here should, in theory, just pop out. And then that'll give me access. There'll be tape behind this joint, but that'll give me access to get it off. You can see there it's just starting to peel back. Oh, there we go, that's what I wanted it to do. And it just sits in there. So if I'm lucky... Alright, I'm just going to put this on a tripod because it's going to take a little bit more finessing on. Okay. Right, this is just... I might have to fold these panels back just a touch. Just where the rivets were. Hopefully I can... Okay, it's just hung up on this one here. Just put a chisel in it. Put a chisel in here. Hopefully. That bottom I might be holding it to. Okay, right, let's see if that'll come off. one rivet left, that's what's stopping it. Right there. There we go. What that's done is exposed these rivets in behind, which I can now undo. If I was lucky, this one would come undone. Sometimes you can just bend these folds up a little bit and hammer them back again later. That might be enough. Definitely a lot more difficult than the model before, that's for sure. Okay. A little bit here. Okay. All right. I'm just going to have a play with it with the camera off and see if I can get it off. Okay. I've managed to peel this panel back a little bit. They interlock. If you see under there, it interlocks underneath this one. So I've just sort of bent it up a little bit and as gentle as possible moved it out of the way because I'm reusing that panel, so that's got to go back. Now it's got little holes where these panels go on, and these panels go on before the top panels, which go on before the roof panels, and they're made on a bench. So it's difficult for us because I'm not sure how I'm going to go about fastening these ones when I put it back together. I'm just going to have a little bit of a think about how I'm going to do that. I've been along the bottom underneath and undone the rivets underneath. All these ones along here are all undone now. I've just got this little bit down here I've got to have a muck around with, which is full of body filler, like that there, which is hiding rivets. Oh wow, look at that. This has definitely had something done to it before. Lucky we're replacing these panels. That's thick too. Alright, I've just been working along this with my my sacrificial chisel, and it's pretty ugly. So it's obviously had a hit at some point down here, and somebody's filled it because it's cracked all the way back there, which is obviously prior to the accident that it's just had. So just starting to free this up now, so I'm just going to pop this up on the tripod and then I'll take this panel off. Okay, I've got everything undone, so I'm going to have a go at pulling this thing off. It is still hooked under here a little bit, but hopefully I can just allow me to lift it up a bit, maybe, if I'm lucky. Pull it out from the front. Litewight still here. Always the last rivet that's bulletproof. Okay. It doesn't want to come off. There we go. Okay. Gee, that's immaculate behind there. Look how tidy that framing is. This one's not too badly damaged, it's a bit munted at the front, but apart from that it's okay. Ooh, okay. Previous damage down here is a bit nasty. Okay, this is our damage down the front here, so that's a little bit bowed. That's got a good smack there too. But the rest of it is nice and straight. So we've just really got to work with that down there and see what it is. Which is going to require me taking this front panel off. Which I'm not going to do today because it's 10 to 5 and I feel like a bear. Okay, I'm going to come back to this in the morning. Hey everybody, it's the next day. I was having a look last night at this front panel because I'm going to take it off. And I was just running my fingers over the join there to realise that there isn't one. That's actually a masking line, which is a bit of an issue because it means that this front panel is different from the rear panel. I'll show you the rear panel. This one goes up probably 60 mil up under the windscreen, and it goes up behind that one you can see there as well. So we've got a bit of a problem. If you have a look at the rear one, that one finishes there, probably 35-40 mil above that fold. The other one goes way higher than that, and when I got the panels made, I got the front and the rear panels made exactly the same because I assumed they were the same. And as they say, assumption is the mother of all, we'll say, screw-ups for the camera. So sort of been thinking about what I can do here, or what my options are, because at the back there's a panel that goes up under here. So I mean, I could just do the same thing and have a panel that goes over the top of this, but I think what I'm going to do is where this molding line is here, I'm going to cut it. all the way along, and then the new front panel that I'm putting on can go up underneath it, and then the moulding will go over the top and hide the join. The actual structure in behind is exactly the same as what's on the back, so it'll have something solid to rivet to, and in any case there's about 400 rivets in there anyway, which holds the moulding on, which will hold the two panels together. So I think that's probably the best way to do it. So I'll have a crack at that. Right, I've drilled out all of the other rivets down this side of the panel, taken the grab handle off. So what I'm going to do now is make a cut line. So I'm going to start there and try and
there used to be a moulding that went over here.
yeah, there was. What we're going to do is we're going to cut basically above that tape as tidy as I can. Right. I'm just going to choose what weapon I'm going to use. Alright, I'm going to use a little cut-off wheel. This blade won't last very long. And hopefully we've done the right thing because we're about to go past the point of no return. Alright. Okay. Wow, this is mint under here as well. Okay, that's going to work. There's no structure immediately behind that, but they'll be okay.
I don't think you'll see anything, but
No, no, there's nothing immediately behind that, but these two sheets, if I can get the other one up underneath it, they'll be okay, riveted together. So I've just got this damage here. I wonder if this top thing here is just riveted on. Oh, that's a power cord, that. Need to be careful of that one.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
That's power, yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Did you make a cut into it?
I better have a quick look at that.
Did you make a cut into it?
I don't think so. Oh, we missed that. That was lucky. And the other one here, that there is marker lights. And there's one on the other side too.
Those big blobs at the top.
Yeah. So it's just this damage in behind here.
Oh, is there a piece of wood sticking out like that?
Oh, that's okay. So this is just a piece of flat bar, a really thin flat bar over the top.
Like you saw at the back?
Yeah. And they've only riveted that on, so I can take that off. And this, I believe, is simply just a bit of angle. I've got some galv, I could make one of those. Alright. Okay. I am getting a bit concerned about how much of this Caravan doesn't have outside panels on it. So I might leave that for now and we'll put the panel on there.
Okay.
Alright, well, I've run out of motivation for today. This video is probably long enough already, so we're going to call this one quits here. Then on the next one, throw that panel on, just so we've got something on there. And then there's not much more we can do until we fix that up. So that's what we're going to do in the next one.